Welcome to the Blue Cafe. We bring you stories of faith, love, and devotion. Yeah, just kidding, please help us grow by hitting that like button. Now on to the story. How much proof is enough? Suspicion. I guess it's subjective, but I think my wife cheated on me. She swears nothing happened. We've hit a bit of a rough patch. She told me she had been texting someone, a co-worker, but that it wasn't anything serious. She lied to me about going to lunch and the movies with this person. Mid-December. He drove. Don't know if anything else happened that day. He's married, but his wife moved ahead of him cross-country. He's here finishing up things before he heads out. He is gone now, I know this factually. She told me she's had minimal contact with him since lunch/movies. She also told me that she felt some of the texts had been a little inappropriate and deleted them. Tonight, she had been drinking and left her phone on the counter. I glanced at it and it was texts between the two of them. I could tell texts had been deleted recently because of the context and time gaps between messages. A couple that made me raise an eyebrow was his shushing face, not in Messenger. And her reply, sorry. Didn't think it was too explicit. That was exchanged today. Another was, I work nights so I sleep in another room most of the time. I got a new bed in the master and moved back in full time, and she texted him first time sharing a room with someone in 6 years. Other than, well, this to me is pretty compelling. I want to believe her when she says nothing happened, but I just don't. I haven't seen anything explicit, but what does it take? If she says nothing happened but I'm seeing these messages, and she's lying about not doing lunch/movie with him, where do I go with this? If I confront her, how does she explain it away? Edit, got the proof I was looking for. She ducked around with him. It's over, I'm out. She lied to me about going to lunch and the movies with this person. This alone would be enough for me. I have no issues with my having friends of the opposite sex, but when they start going on literal dates with them and not telling you, that crosses a line. Emo. Pointing finger, exactly this. No spouse just goes on a date with someone that's not their significant. You're being played. She's been lying to you. And is still communicating with this other guy. If you want to save your marriage, you need to be more direct in finding out the truth. Even if she doesn't give you the full disclosure, which she might not, you'll see enough of the cracks to conclude if this is worth fixing or if you want to walk. Just know that fixing a marriage takes a lifetime of work. Especially from the cheater. If she doesn't pull her weight, you have your answer. Remember, the cards are in your favor. Good luck and be strong. Call me crazy, but my wife having male friends and hanging around with them would be the end of our relationship. I used to feel that way, but then I realized if the only thing keeping my from cheating on me with a friend is the presence of a penis, then I don't want to be in that relationship anyway. Trust in a relationship should be deeper than that. I don't know a single straight man who has female friends. End of the day, it's your relationship, but I don't think my partner would be happy if I had a female friend I spent a lot of time with either. As long as you two are on the same page, which it sounds like you are, no issues with that. They have both been texting inappropriately if she had to delete some texts. Why are they still talking to each other anyway? They're both married and basically seem to be having an emotional affair right in front of you. Tell her she needs to cut this guy out and stop texting him. If she was alone with him and his wife was gone, you can rest assured that they stopped. You already know that she has no problem lying to you and she's been deleting selected texts. Upvote for use of the word stopped alone. Bravo. Finally got an admission. Story. Many of you know my story. Look through my history over the past month, fighting with this infidelity. Today I got what I wanted. I got an admission, but only because I discovered texts and other things she had been hiding from me. She was still in contact with that guy, and I found texts between her and him, as well as between her and her girlfriends about it. I sent the texts I found to the guy's wife. She was appalled and confronted him. He confessed. So I had all the previous evidence, texts, and now a confession from the guy, and the wife ended their marriage today. My wife vehemently denied it for hours of me questioning. Finally got a confession when the evidence was simply overwhelming. She cried and said she lied because she wanted us to work. I was like, well, duck. I didn't show I wanted it to work. I just wanted honesty. Either way, lawyering up and ending this. It's an at-fault state, so no alimony, and hopefully she just gets her shit and gets out. I've got texts, the other guy's confession, and her confessing, although not on video/audio. Should this be enough to end this without any fuss? Now that she's shown her true colors, be careful. Cheaters are sneaky. Make sure she doesn't have access to drain accounts or do weird financial stuff to only benefit herself. Sorry you married a cheater. You won't regret letting her go. Better partners await. I was the money in the marriage. I pay everything. I gave her the car she uses. She said she's just taking what will fit. My check is directly deposited in my own account, then we have a joint she used. Make sure you close any line of credit she has access to. Also remove her name from any pension, retirement account, 401k/503 plan, stocks/bonds, insurance policies, etc. you have. And change your will too. Remove her as power of attorney/your emergency contact. Also retitle everything you own according to who will maintain ownership of it post-D. If you are on a family phone plan, consider maintaining it until the D is finalized. You may still be able to glean information helpful to your D petition when it comes to spousal/child support. You may not be able to legally be able to keep her out of the house, depending on ownership. If it's a rental or your name is the only one listed, file an unlawful detainer on her with the court. If she is listed as a co-owner, pick a bedroom and put good quality locks on the door. Also move any firearms, regardless of ownership, out of the home or in a gun safe. Make sure you make several backups of your proofs and store them remotely as well. Consider installing an interior audio/video security system in every room you have access to and keep the DVR in your locked room. Check state law on legality of this suggestion. Good luck, hop. Thanks. No kids. I made the money. At fault state. Working on getting things transferred to my name. Joint mortgage 6 years in. I'm keeping the house, so however that's going to work out. Keep amassing proof of your STBXW cheating until the day the D is finalized by the judge. The more you can show the judge she abandoned you/the marriage, the less you'll have to pay in spousal support, if any. Consider yourself lucky there are no children involved. Besides the emotional trauma they would certainly have to endure. Since you were the financial breadwinner of the family, you would most certainly have to pay your STBXW for any child with your name as father regardless of the DNA results. You don't think she cheated on you with only one person, do you? Move quickly on getting things sorted financially. Unfortunately, you may be required to buy out your STBXW equity in the house. However, if she's still lost in the affair fog, you may be able to get her to sign off on things she normally wouldn't sign on. Do nothing to rock her little affair boat at this time. No yelling/belittling/outbursts/mean pranks/etc. Keep things calm and businesslike as possible and make everything sound like she'll be the one who'll benefit from agreeing to your proposals. My plans immediately following the split recovery: she is out of the house later today. Moved out. She isn't taking all her stuff now, but has to set a time to get the rest. I have to get all the bills transferred into my name. Anything joint, insurance, cell phone, etc., I have to get solo. I have to get the house refinanced in just my name. How's that split? Do I have to give her half of the equity? At fault state. No lingering financial ties, I hope. I want to just split and be done. Talk to a lawyer. I've called a couple, left messages. Haven't heard back. Today I plan on really grinding to talk to someone. I have text proof of infidelity. She admitted. The other party admitted to his wife. His wife said she'd give me whatever she's got as proof of it for my lawyer. Me. This is the hardest part. Everything else is just stuff, actions that need to be taken. I can do it all mentally checked out, but I can't escape myself. Silence is a killer for me. If there's no noise, no distraction, my head is so loud it's unbearable. And the flashbacks. The images and scenes I wasn't even a part of play back uncontrollably like they're my own memories. It's tormenting. The triggers. I look at anything and it brings up a memory of us being so ducking happy and it just tears me apart. I think about our travels. Of our future plans. Things I still want to do, but now have to do alone. Our world map scratch off, that's 1/3 done. Do I push to finish it, or start my own? What do I do with our stuff she's leaving? Do I leave it sitting there as a constant reminder? Do I box it up to unbox it randomly to cry over? Do I keep it forever? It's ultimately just stuff. But do I pack this past life away to start anew, or is it important to keep it out because it was my experience? I have neglected my friends because of my own struggles at home and my own depression I don't talk about and haven't dealt with because I've had to be the strong, responsible one in this relationship for 13 years. It's just been pushed down. Typical guy mindset. Take care of everything but yourself. And it made me real. Friends. I have a small core of friends that have been with me for over 25 years. Some have experienced similar and dealt with it in their own ways. Like I said, I've neglected them, but it just took a single text and we picked up right where we left off. They're there for me 100% and are already making plans. Concerts. Cookouts. Even a bit of travel. One of my friends is single and nobody leaves the country with him, so I agreed to a European trip for a music festival. I love to travel, and now paying for one I can do it a lot more. Random. Continuing doing things we did together, but I still want to do. Random things like TV shows. How? Things I wanted to do but didn't because my so didn't want to / deprioritized. This seems like the fun part. The European Music Festival. She wouldn't want to. Things I want to do to the house. I want to turn my bedroom into a grunge space cowboy spaceship sleeping quarters theme. Auto sliding door. Monitor in the wall as a porthole. Functional exposed bits. Storage, lighting, etc. Refocus on my love of cars. Financially on the back burner the whole 13 years together. All of my cars single were fun. It went away when we got serious. I've tried saving for something fun, but the money was always reallocated for us stuff. So I went from Camaros and Mustangs, even a couple modified imports, to a base model Kia Rio. My friends were baffled. Sleep/eat. So when we first talked, I went 5 days with no food. My sleep has always been crap. We decided on a few weeks apart. We set terms and agreed to them, no cheating. We made it clear what all that entailed so there was no confusion or gray area. She wanted time to herself and I was willing if it helped this work. Anyway, when she left, I actually slept much better. I was far more active around the house, not only out of necessity, but I set a schedule and stuck to it. It helped immensely. Second round, when she came back home, I found out about the year of the A and the month of PA. I'm going on day 3 now with just a couple bites of food. I know I should eat. My sleep is terrible. I'm trying to figure this all out again. It's not going to be easier because now I know, and I'm dealing with all the baggage that comes with it. This has been a bit long, but I haven't slept and need to keep busy in the middle of the night. Maybe reading this will help someone know it's normal. I'm going to make it. It's just fresh and really ducking hurts. I know what I want, but it's not what I can have. I'm still super emotional. I just found out Monday, but I just know I cannot be with her. I can get through this myself, but I won't be able to see through this with her. The hurt is too deep. It was too deliberate. It went on for too long, it was hidden from me. She smiled in my face and embraced me and said she loved me. She made future plans, we did so much together, and traveled. Family. And all the while, she was with someone else. But I'll make it. Put her stuff in storage under her name and get her new billing address. This is just a way of getting back when you are emotionally better. Sleeping. See doctor. Get meds. Take them as prescribed till you get your normal sleeping pattern back. Most important, no contact. Every time you talk to her or see her you will reset to ground zero. D-Day. Block her on all platforms. Tell mutual friends you do not want nor need to hear from her or her life. Take down all the photos. Send them to storage. Wedding album the same way. Or you can build a nice fire and burn it. But that's your choice. Leave no reason nor channel of communication. Redecorate, hell why not? Change is like a holiday. Paint smell will help you trip. It will also rid your home of her smell. Go traveling. See the world, it's your oyster. Always strange to me. All people cheated on, lost contact with old friends due to the cheater, either insecurities or constant complaints. For me this is also true. Met my wife after the cheater. After I reconnected with old friends. Today I am 19 years married. My friends I reconnected with back then are still friends. My wife just became one of us. I became part of her friends' circle. Is this a thing with cheaters? Disabling your support base to give them freedom to go about. Do not know, but it's a theme among BS. You'll be fine. Your future plans have changed, but you'll come out of this a better person. You can refinance the house in your name if your credit is good and you can afford the mortgage. You don't owe her anything if you're taking on the mortgage, but I'm not sure. The lawyer will tell you that. I've been paying all the bills the whole time. She can't hold a job, and other than one, always had low-pay retail jobs. I was pre-approved for a refinance already and it can free up even more cash if I want. Has she agreed to let you have the house? It might be that simple. The alternative is her taking it, but she can't afford it. If there's no equity, I can't imagine you owe her anything. We're 6-ish years into ownership. She said I can keep the house, but that might change when I lawyer up and paperwork makes it real for her. I'm wondering about the worst case. She definitely can't afford it. She's jobless. I cover it, no problem. I want it. I have no desire to move. She's moving out, I'm not the one leaving the house. If she's jobless at the moment, where's she going to stay? And how is she taking it? Has she been trying to get you back, or does she know it's over? She's staying with a friend of hers. This woman who used to pet sit for us, a former fellow employee. She shuts down emotionally, so it's hard to gauge exactly, but she's been crying a lot. Trying to convince me she regrets it and really wanted us to work things out. When she came back from her sexcapade, she told me she was 100%, but she wasn't. She can't deny that and it hurts her more. I've brought up multiple times that she tells her friends she doesn't want to be here. She said she's confused, but doesn't want to leave without trying. She wants to. She thinks me ending it without doing that is a mistake. But it's one thing with me and another amongst friends, so what do I believe? You believe what you know is true, that it's done and over regardless of what she says to you or friends. I've been looking at your old post and I'm wondering, how did she react to you telling the AP wife about the affair, and how did you find out the PA went on for a month? Expect this to change and her to fight you. Whatever you do, don't let this drag out until she's eligible for your social security. I want it over ASAP. It's an at-fault state and she's undeniably at fault. She doesn't have any money, she doesn't have a job. I'm lawyering up and she's getting advice from a retail worker friend. I've got text threads and his admission to it and her video admission to it all. The faster the better. You can start the healing process once she is gone. Did you think about IC/therapy? Go full North Carolina. Definitely. She has no money, so she can't get a lawyer. Have your lawyer tell her you'll throw her a few bucks if she signs off right away. That's the plan. As far as she knows, she's just entitled to half the equity in the house. So 6 years of mortgage payments, half of that. So maybe refinance the difference, still lower my payments, easy payoff. Gone. We hope that by sharing these stories with interested folks like you, we can help people recognize the signs of a relationship in trouble, and avoid so many of these heartbreaking situations yourselves. Have a good day or night, wherever you are.